The term pipe fitter can be used for many different trades. I am a pipe fitter for the fire protection sprinkler industry. I install, service, and inspect fire sprinklers in residential, commercial, and industrial settings. Fire sprinklers are not a new thing. In 1874, Henry Pomerleigh developed the sprinkler system concept as we know it today. To begin with, it was just to protect large industrial buildings and plants to help save employees and equipment if a fire did break out. Nowadays, it's commonplace, not only in industrial settings, but in hotels, hospitals, grocery stores, and even houses. The fire sprinkler industry has a few different career paths to take depending on if you want to be office personnel, installer, or engineer. It is possible to cross-train across the three. Sometimes older installers will get the training necessary to learn how to design or build projects so they do not need to be in the field anymore. Some younger designers will go out in the field and work so they know how the pipe actually fits in the building and the different obstacles that come with hanging the pipe. With the office side, there's three options, two of which need experience with CAD design, bidding, and general knowledge of the sprinkler field. The estimator, which does all the bidding on projects, helps with giving the overall feel of the job to the designer and does the sale of service and inspections. The second is the general manager, which is responsible for the overall function of the office and employees. The third is the purchasing agent. Experience in purchasing and knowledge of parts is helpful. Keeps track of all materials ordered for stock and for jobs, and getting pricing for parts and service. On the installer side, the starting position is a helper. This is a basic entry-level position. No experience is needed. Just be able to follow verbal direction and read blueprints to get the lines set up and laid out for the fitters and foremen. The next position is fitter. Some experience is needed for this position. Be able to read blueprints and install the piping that the foreman needs. Keep up with the material needed for the job that day and be able to plan out the work the foreman lays out. Next is the foreman. Experience is needed for this position. Need to be able to plan out each day and week and keep up with the people, materials, and miscellaneous supplies needed to get a job done. Foremen are also inspectors. They do yearly inspections on the fire sprinklers to make sure everything is in good working order. They also do service calls. Any time of day something can go wrong, whether someone accidentally activates a head or there is a leak. They are on call for nights and weekends. The last position is a superintendent. Years of experience is needed. Need to be able to help keep up with the foreman on the jobs, making sure the work is getting done efficiently, and keeping up with the meetings and costs associated with each project, and make sure that enough people are on each job to get it done in a timely manner. On the engineer side, the starting position is a design trainee. Experience with CAD programs and general computer and construction knowledge is preferred but not necessarily needed. Then the designer, which draws the blueprints for the piping. Experience is needed for this position. Knowledge of local building codes is helpful, and also knowledge of local authorities having jurisdiction and where their districts are is helpful as well. The district manager is responsible for the overall function and efficiency of the design team. Fire protection tends to lean towards larger companies. It is hard for small mom-and-pop companies to afford the high cost of materials for jobs, trucks, personnel, equipment, warehouses, and stock that's needed to operate, not to mention the multi-million-dollar liability insurance policies. Fire sprinklers can be found almost anywhere in the world. Some places have stricter codes than others, but slowly they are gaining popularity every year. Laws are slowly coming into effect and make it mandatory to have fire sprinklers in houses, schools, and many places that large numbers of people gather, so the outlook for the fire sprinkler industry as a whole is very good. The earning potential varies wildly across the U.S. Some areas will pay fitters up to $15 an hour, and others will go up to $30. Some areas will pay foremen $25 an hour, all the way up to $40. It really depends on the area and which company you work for. Just last week on April 5th, 2013, in the state of Washington, an assisted living facility had a fire. 2 sprinkler heads activated and kept the fire down enough where everyone was able to exit the building unharmed. Stories like this happen all the time. It's a good feeling knowing that you can potentially save someone's life and home just by going to work every day.